Hey, it's Wolfy-Chan, and I am back with another manga review. But wait, subscribe to that big red button. If you want to keep watching this video, definitely should. Most of you who are watching this video, come on, help me out. I'm back with another volume of Tales of Wedding Rings, Volume 7, with another of my more favorite characters. I believe it's Petra. And boy, and we're just gonna sip that Thicccy water. That is delicious. So we're going off now to journey to the kingdom of the elves, the Wind Kingdom, and we're going off of what I now remember is the wedding trials, or the bridal trials. So it's trying to make the girls more coherent or together with Sato to be the best force ever. And they're going on kind of like competition thingies, which are more like trying to be together with Sato as like one coherent unit with Sato. And they all kind of keep trying to push Hime to definitely like, yo, do the thing, Sato. Go, do the thing, please. And of course, they're like, oh, I want it to be the right time. Oh, I want it to be the right place. Oh, there's a lot of back and forth in this one about that. And they inevitably get to the Wind Kingdom, which, oh no, somebody gets shot. Oh, it's you guys, it's bad, go on. Nephrite sees her brother again, but she's not really gonna stay. They're in it for the library that is technically a tomb, in a sense. Every elf who dies, because they die, 100 to a million years later, gets their knowledge preserved in this library that's very sacred. And the key holder to it is Petra. And Petra decides to spill the beans on what's going on. Sato kind of knows. And she inevitably tells them that she was the first ring princess of the dwarves. Now, I didn't mention it in the earlier reviews because they actually did mention it once, that Petra is the first ring princess. And the elf who now has a thing with Alabaster, poor guy, now, she made the comment that she was supposed to be a ring princess, wasn't, and then goes Petra, and then stops and goes Petra, the first ring princess. And she goes to talk about how the first Ring King was a bit corrupt because all he wanted to do was bang uglies, fight things, and keep banging uglies a lot. And she inevitably knew, like, this is not love, even though we loved him. He found the ring as a farmer, in a sense, put it on, realized he could defeat things, and then decided he wanted the women, I guess. He wanted the power, and he could make rings, I guess. He could make the rings for each of the princesses, so he married each of the princesses, and never really start boning them, and defeated things. But he always wanted more. He always wanted to bang more. He always wanted to fight more. So inevitably, the princesses have decided that they were like, we have enough, it's done for, and they killed him, or at least cut off his arm. And he died. And there's a hand in this library that is, that. Well, the Ring King absorbs it, and I believe it's either this volume or the next. I read through all these really quickly, so I'm sorry. Inevitably, his ring turns into one ring. So, it's a very interesting ring. It's very different. Petra acknowledges that it's really different. I need to take a sip of that Thicccy water, because goodness gracious, every time she comes into play, I'm like, yes, please, more Petra. Because, believe me, this cover barely notes that it's, like, barely hanging on to here, and barely hanging on to down there. Like, she's thick. Whew, mama. But they inevitably go in, and they're gonna try and look for evidence for the Ring King, after Petra talked about him and all that stuff. And she then goes, you guys really aren't strong enough to defeat the Ring King. Shuts them in the library. And of course, they try everything to break out. They can't. It's a magical door. It's enchanted. It's a long list of MacGuffins. She basically goes, "Look, there's a research center, and it's a bedroom, and there's a kitchen, and there's stuff in this death library to bone and to do that kind of stuff." And she's like, "You do that? You bone like you've never boned before? Then, and only then, will you be able to escape, and I won't have to unlock it." And also, she can watch and see the boning room. She planned this. She planned this, or has done stuff with people in here before. You don't know. So, also the little sister gets captured in this, and they kind of, each of them takes turns from a lottery to do stuff, but they all are like, I guess because Hime's first. I guess we're gonna let her, no matter the order, she's gotta do the thing first with Sato. So that's a thing. So we go with, I believe it goes Nephthys first. And Nephthys is like, I'm gonna wait, but, and they kiss, and it's cute. I believe second is Amber. Amber, like, dislodges her clothes and everything. And he's like, dear God, Amber, oh, God. And she's like, I gotta save it for Hime. But, like, it looked good, and she's like, I didn't really want to. My affinity with you is already maxed out to the level. But, I do want to produce a dwarven baby so that I can continue the race, which, once again, you have one, it's not continuing the race. It's just one. But she then puts on her clothes, gives him a peck on the cheek, leaves. Next, we get, I believe it's Saffron? And then Grenard, and then Hime. And Saffron is like, look, I just want to produce a kid. I don't really care. Like, here's my lingerie. And he's like, oh, you look cute. Yeah. She leaves and is just like, oh God, we boned so much. And she's like, you were in there for like 2 minutes. Shut up. Then we get Grenard. And she's like, I know that we're not going to do it, but like, give me something. So he inevitably holds her close, makes out with her pretty hard, and she feels a fire. And she's like, alright, I'm good, no, I'm gonna leave now. And she gets flustered, and he's like, wait, did you guys? No, it just kissed him. Just leave me be, yo. We then get to Hime, and of course Sato's like, this isn't the right place. And then Petra's like, you sure? You sure it's not? You were watching? Yeah, of course it's my laboratory. Oh, finally, but no. So, nothing happens, and even the little sister's like, oh, you could have done stuff, so why didn't you? He's like, it's gotta be the right time and place and all that good stuff, which, is it ever the right time and place? I'm just saying. But inevitably, they all kind of start doing their own things. Nephrite and Grenard kind of hang out with each other, and Nephrite is learning really well about wind magic and everything like that. She's read from the books that what ends up happening is that the cat people do have magic. They had fire magic, but it's been lost through time through combat. So Bernard is now focusing on being a fire swordsman, and it's really interesting. It's like the sweetest part. I love those two together, and it's awesome, but we get tales that something is not right in the library. And volumes done. This one is one of my more favorite volumes, not just because Pedro, but because we get more story with the people and what's going on in their head and stuff like that. They do inevitably also do something else. I think it's in the next volume. And they find out something about, I believe it's teamwork. And once they all kind of go, we're in this together, the rings all glow, and they made a connection. And Sato asks the questions like, what happened to her? Same thing that happens in every woman's slumber party. So if you like this video, definitely leave it in the comment section below. Have you read up to the 7th volume? What do you think of it? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it up your alley? And definitely don't forget to subscribe, that big red button, for more anime, manga, something new, something old, something different in the future. And if you want to follow me on social medias, they are down there. I hope that you've been having a wonderful day. Wolfy-Chan out. Bye.